Hey everyone, wanted to do a quick update and update on my 8 months and 2 days on T, along with kind of giving you guys an idea of what I'm doing my master's thesis on. I'm still looking for some ideas, but I want to kind of throw out the few ideas, kind of one more in the making, but I'll give you guys some more info on that. That's kind of what I want to talk about. Voice-wise, my voice has dropped a little bit. People have noticed. I haven't really noticed it since when, in the very beginning, I think everyone notices their voice changing. Outside of that, it's just been minor changes that I don't really notice, but everyone else notices more. I probably hear them more if I watch my YouTube videos, but still not very much for myself. Let's see. Facial hair wise, I don't get a lot of facial hair in the bottom part. I get a little bit right here, and then none's right here, except for kind of peach fuzzy. I guess there's something there. Here wise, as you can see, it's filling in pretty well. I still have some bald spots here, and it's not very thick along my neckline or anything like that. Kind of the same here. I have some bald spots here and here. It's not that thick. Underneath, though, has always been pretty thick, and then this area is still filling in. So it's kind of a work in progress. I did, in the beginning, on my left side or my right side. Here's my right side, I think about it. One of my sideburns had a bald spot, and then it's filled in. So that's really good. I did get a call this morning from my doctor that I see at the university I go to. And, to get back how much I'm taking of testosterone, I take 1 cc right now. But I'm actually going to reduce that down. He said to do it by a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just go down probably to 0.5 cc just to kind of see what's going on, because I was at about 200 more than what I should be, I guess. He's saying that the high level should be at 800. I'm at 1,000, so we got to cut that back a little bit. Let's see here. Acne-wise, obviously you can see that my acne has gone down quite a bit. And I did grow out my facial for that main purpose to kind of keep track of how acne would be, if it would go away more, things like that. So I did trim at least once a month. About my 6-month mark, I did completely shave and I got quite a bit of acne, but I'm going to see how it goes this time around. When I completely shave, I'm going to kind of see where I'll be by the end of November. No shave November is coming up, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be that great. But you never know. And I want to just see, how fast I get the 5 o'clock shadow, how many days, and kind of keep track of it that way. Body fat, it has redistributed. I've stayed about a 175, 176. I have gone down an entire pant size. I haven't lost the body fat that I want to, but I'm also not eating as clean as I should be. The last couple weeks have actually been pretty good. I've been doing really good at not eating out as much, cooking more at home, eating more clean, more vegetables, stuff like that. So hopefully I kind of get into a better habit of it over this winter rather than eating out, because I'm not going to want to go out a whole lot. Let's see. But I do want to lose more body fat, especially I do want to gain more muscle. So hopefully over the wintertime I'll be able to do that. And into the spring and just kind of maintain that level of just getting in the habit of going. I like to work out at night. And it's kind of been busy at night, kind of drives me nuts. And I don't like going and lifting by myself. So I do cardio 3 times a week with one of my friends. We do cardio together at the gym. She's not really into lifting. And I don't have any guys that go to my gym. That's what sucks. So I have to do it on my own. So I'm probably just going to hit a plateau eventually of weight that I can only do by myself. So unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Unless I can convince some of my friends or one of my guy friends to come to the gym with me, or I meet some random dude at the gym to help me. Let's see. Body hair. I have a little bit that's not noticeable on camera on my chest. A little bit, I guess. You can pull on it. It's just on this one side. And then my stomach is pretty, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can. So I'm pretty hairy there. That hasn't changed as much in the last couple of months. I already had, like, the happy trail, like, going downwards, so now it's just more up on the top and then on the sides. Back, I didn't really get a lot of back acne. I don't have any more substantial amount of back hair than I had before that I can tell. If there is any there, then it's just super long and blonde. So, outside of that, my hair, obviously, I still have a good set of hair. Hairline has gone back just like a little bit. Not anything too concerned about. Still looks about the same to me. But I know that there's maybe a slight difference in that. And on to my thesis ideas for my master's degree. Is currently the two ideas I've always come back to in the last month is transgender people in the criminal justice system, along with transgender people in the military prison, which is at Fort Leavenworth, and that just had mainly to do with the case of Bradley Manning. And he came out as trans after he was found guilty for his crimes of putting people in harm's way. And then he came out as trans. So it kind of was like, oh, I know from being in the military that, you know, he's not going to receive, she isn't going to receive any treatment while in, so she will still have to be a male in prison until she gets out, if she does get out. I haven't looked at the sentencing or anything like that. So I found that was kind of interesting, as well as veterans benefits. They at least pay for hormones that I have heard of. I haven't looked into it or anything like that, just for the fact that I'm still trying to get mine, and then I'm going to try and get into it and kind of just play around with it, I guess, see what they'll cover, what they won't cover is really how I tend to find out. I don't really go looking for it. I'm just like, oh, here's my insurance, there you go, have fun with it. So, my work insurance does cover a little bit of the costs of hormones and things like that, so it's not too bad. So, you never know. Let's see, my master's thesis ideas outside of that is parenting, similarities of heterosexual couples and homosexual couples. I know there's quite a bit of information out there on the differences, but not a lot that I've found on similarities, so I kind of want to dive more into that part of it. And that came about as part of a research project I'm helping with one of my professors about social issues and how parents address those, such as bullying, sexual orientation, gender identity are just a few of the topics. Violence, like sexual violence, things like that, just anything that parents would have to kind of, you know, give information to their kids about and seeing where that's lacking. So that's where that idea came from. Another idea that this same professor, she knows that I'm trans. That came out over the summer when we were doing interviews, due to the fact, I think, is that my advisor, I haven't had like a good sit-down conversation. Like, I've hung out with her, she's obviously noticed the changes, but I haven't, like, sat down and talked to her about everything yet. So I'm pretty sure before, when she didn't have any idea, there was probably a slip-up in pronouns, I'm sure, and that's how the question came about, which I was fine about, not a big deal. But she gave me the idea of using my transition videos to do a thesis, or maybe other people's thesis videos, I don't know. So we didn't get too much into it, just because she was short on time, and she likes my ideas, and I kind of thought about, well, what did she mean about using my YouTube videos as a thesis project? About using my transition, essentially. I was pretty sure that's what she was kind of getting to. And I couldn't figure it out. I pondered for it about 2-3 hours after we talked, and I just could not figure out what she was implying. So I emailed her, and I was like, hey, can you give me some more information on this? I not really understanding, what you're talking about. And so in 2 weeks, we're going to sit down and we're going to have a conversation about it, and she's going to give me more information on what she was thinking, since I can't apparently get on the same brainwave as she can. Hold on a second. Coffee's so good in the morning. So, outside of that, that's kind of where I'm at. I do want to try and update again here in a little while on just how things are going. I've thought about doing like a video to kind of get to know me better, because all I do is talk about is transitioning in school. So, we all know that I'm in school, I was in the Army, and I am trans. So, I wanted to do a little tidbit thing. I think I'll be able to have some time this weekend, if not in a couple of days, to do it. and just go from there. If you guys have any ideas on any thesis brainstorming ideas to give me, since I am looking for more ideas, that'd be great. It can be about anything to do with sexuality and gender. It doesn't have to be anything to do with trans. It can just be about whatever. It can be about, sexual images in the media, gender images in the media, gender roles, sexual roles, anything like that. For those that haven't watched any of my other videos, I am getting my master's in sociology. I want to do research. So, it's kind of where I'm gearing towards. I've been looking for a job. I might actually have to go for my PhD and just become a professor to do the type of research I want, but I'm still hoping something will come up that's available. So, we're going to go for that in a couple of years when it's time to worry about it in another year. And if there's anything that I didn't cover that you guys would want me to cover, or just some questions that you want answered, let me know and I will get to them. That way I can have more focus and things like that. Other than that, I'm just kind of winging it and trying to get ideas from like other YouTube videos that I've seen. So that's why I want to get more into other aspects outside of transitioning, or maybe some other things I'm doing with school and being trans. So anything to kind of give me a focus, an area of working on, that'd be great. Outside of that, I hope you guys are all having an excellent October and have a safe and happy Halloween. Later, guys.